Hi, I'm Shane, and I'm going to be talking to you today about Blackboard, the learning management system that we use at UND, and I'm just going to give a brief overview of some of the basic tools that the Blackboard LMS has. So first of all, in order to access it, we go to blackboard.und.edu. That'll bring us to the home page and our login information. Same login information that you have for any other NDUS website. So it's your first name dot last name. And once you log in, you're going to have your home page, and with a variety of information. Up at the very top, you have your welcome page, your My UND, your courses, community, and content. We're going to go right to courses here, and I'm going to give you a brief overview of how to just get your course up and running and available so that students can log in and get the information that you're trying to deliver to them. For this case, I'm going to just use a course that I've already accessed and already have opened up. And you click on the link, and you'll come up to the basic home page here for your course site. On the left-hand side, you're going to see a toolbar with a bunch of different options: announcements, faculty, syllabus and textbook, schedule, lessons, resources, my grades, and a few other things. Those are there by default. You can make changes to any one of those items. Immediately upon logging in for the first time, you're going to have a course availability announcement, and don't delete that just yet, because it's going to give you a quick and easy way to make your course available to students. By default, the university has the course hidden from students, so they can't access it. The very first step in delivering a course through Blackboard is you're going to have to enable that course for students to log into. So that's the first thing we're going to do. And again, the information is right in the announcements. It's about a 4-step process, but everything is listed out pretty easily right in the announcements. So we'll do that. I've already done it for this course, but I'll walk you through how you would find it. On the bottom left corner, if you scroll all the way down on the page, you're going to see a tab that says Customization. And when you click on that, it's going to open up a window or a drop-down menu that's going to have a bunch of different options. You're looking for the Properties option. And when you click that, that gives you a few options to adjust, one of which is the making the students or allowing the course to be accessed by students. You can adjust the course name, you can adjust some of the description, all that sort of thing, the area, the discipline. What I'm going to focus on here is making the course available and setting the availability. Right here, I've used the use term availability, which will open it for the spring semester and close it to students at the end of the spring semester. If you select yes, it'll just make it open all the time. So students, even after the semester is over, would be able to come back to this site unless you turned it off. Probably the best method is to use the term availability, and that's what I've selected here. Once you do that, students will be able to log into their Blackboard, and it will show up. If they're enrolled in Campus Connection in the course, it'll show up in their list of available courses for the spring semester or whatever semester it is. You can select the course duration, you can do a whole bunch of other features. For now, we're just going to worry about getting the course available to students. So we're just going to submit. And now it's active. Now it's ready for students to log into. If you are making changes to a course, I would suggest set up your course first and then make it available. Ideally, you'd like to do that before the semester begins, understanding that there maybe are certain circumstances where you would start later, like is currently happening. If you want to make an announcement to students, the create announcement feature is the quickest way to do it. And basically, you just click the create announcement button. When you do that, it allows you to write a subject and then put a message in there. Like I mentioned in the Zoom video, this is a great way to offer or provide the link to the Zoom session to students. Probably the biggest benefit of the announcement tab is it will send an email to anybody that's enrolled in the class, as well as produce the announcement on the top of the page. In terms of faculty information, you'll definitely want to put your information there so students have a way to contact you or get a hold of you. There's a few ways to do it. You can create contact, and when you do that, it'll ask for information, basic information. So in this case, I'll just put my information here and then my email address. And if you want to have your phone number, you can put that in there as well as your office number. And then you can put some instructions on your office location, office hours, and any notes that you want to provide to the students. And then you can make that page available. Another option, and probably the easiest option, the quickest option, is this personal link function down at the bottom. And if you go to the UND directory, you'll find that UND has already created a link or a site with your contact information. So on the UND website, if you go to the directory page and look for your information, I'm just going to type mine in here, and it will bring up your contact information. I'm just going to click on this, and there's my link. There's my directory information, and that right here, if I click the URL and copy that, I can just move that right down here into the personal link section on Blackboard, and now submit. And now that information will be available. Students can go directly to that if they want to look for more information. So definitely want to set up a way for students to contact you. After that, you can select the syllabus and textbooks. If you have syllabus that you'd like to upload, or if you have links to a textbook, or maybe you have PDF files or things that you want to provide for students. Again, each of these on the left-hand side are customizable. You can make changes to them, you can delete them, you can change the order where they're located on the sidebar. In this case, I already have a syllabus up here. It's just a Word file or Word document. I'm going to do one more. I'm going to just show you how you would go through and include or upload the syllabus. You'll see at the very top of the screen, there's a few options. You have build content, assessments, tools, partner content. You're looking for the build content drop down, and then in this case, I would create a file. This would be for putting a PDF file or a Word doc or something on the Blackboard site, which would be your syllabus. And so I would just call it the syllabus. You could call it Spring 2020 syllabus, whatever you'd like to call it. And then you just have to browse my computer and find the file. It'll open up your file window, and you can pick any file that you have there, PDF or Word document. It will change the Word document. In a lot of cases, it'll open up, and you can see in the file options, you can have it open up the Word document in their browser, or you can have it open up their Word document in Microsoft Word. I would select Open in New Window. I would make that active so that it pops open and they don't lose the Blackboard site that they're on. And then there's a few other things that you can do. You can, for every single link, you can have it track the number of views, number of users. You can have it display at a certain time and go away at a certain time. All those sorts of things. For a syllabus, there's really no purpose or value in doing that because obviously that's something that they're going to be looking at throughout the semester. But if you had things like assignments or quizzes or lessons that you wanted to show and then have disappear after a while, you could do it that way. And then we'll just hit submit. Now I don't have a file loaded in this case, so I'll just cancel. But once you hit submit, it'll come up with this bar, and this is available to students. Now, what we're looking at right now is the edit mode, and in the edit mode we see things a little bit differently than students see it. If you want to take it out of edit mode, or if you want to have it in student preview mode, you can click student preview, and it'll give you an idea what it looks like from a student's perspective. So in this case, you can see announcements, faculty. So I can look at faculty information or syllabus, in this case the syllabus. Now I noticed the faculty information there obviously didn't get accepted, so there's something wrong. It's not showing up. So it's always really good to do this. Hop into the student view every once in a while and just make sure that everything is correct. So there's something wrong with the faculty link here, so I'm going to go back to it. I'll take it out of student mode, and I've got to figure out why this is not available. And you'll notice right here it says item is hidden from students. So I got to figure out why that is. And in this case, we're going to go to the edit feature and scroll down to the bottom, and it says make the profile available. So I forgot to turn the options on to make profile available. In this case, I'll hit yes, submit, and now we'll see it's available. And you'll notice the color changed in there. In that case, the little profile picture changed from black and white to color. Now I can go back to the preview mode again and make sure what the students see. is appropriate. So I'll select faculty, and there it is. There's my profile. So now it's available to students, and I can go to the syllabus and I can look at it from the student's perspective again. And in this case, this is a download file that they'll download, and like I said before, it'll open up in a new window because of the way I selected it. And so it just downloaded the syllabus to the student's computer. All right. We'll go back to the faculty view, and in this case, notice that we have a few other items here that didn't show up. This schedule item is turned off, so it's not available to students right now. And so it's a really good way to work with certain, if you're working in an area and you don't want students to be able to see it, you can make it hidden basically from students. And to do that, the little arrow on the right-hand side produces a drop-down that gives you an option to hide a link, delete a link, or rename a link. And again, these are just preset by the Blackboard default, and you can make adjustments to them as needed. Again, under the announcements section, that's probably our best place to deliver each of the courses, the content. So if you have a Zoom link, it's a great place to do it. If you don't want to do it in the Zoom link, you could do it under individual lessons, and you could just create an item. And in creating an item, it would allow you to name it. So we could just say Tuesday's class, and we could put in the text a link to the Zoom session that we have set up or that we have scheduled. So we could go into Zoom, copy the link, and then paste that right here. And Zoom link. And then we could create a hyperlink. And I don't have any hyperlink there, but we would just paste that in. Down in the attachments, we could always put files in this way, whatever additional files you'd like to add. And once you've got what you want, you can hit submit. And now students could come into their student lesson and they could just click the Zoom link for Tuesday's class, for example. And again, let's just have a look and see what the students see. And sure enough, that lesson pops up and it's made available right there, Tuesday's class. That's just a quick overview of how we can get Blackboard set up and get an announcement made, get our faculty profile set up, upload a syllabus, and then upload a link to a Zoom lesson.